We are live here in studio. My name is Karl Krebs. I am the host of Things That Matter, the real things that matter. And it's a pleasure to have you with us here on March the 28th as we round out this crazy winter month of March. And let's see how it's going to flesh itself out. So good after evening, wherever you're watching from, across Canada and in the States, possibly in Mexico as well. And for those that are going to watch it afterward, welcome to Things That Matter, the real things that matter. We are live here in episode 3 of 30 minutes of Dok Talk with my co-host, Judy Friesen. And before we get into it, we have a guest tonight as well. His name is Benjamin Blatz. BeeJay is what his friends affectionately call him. And he's got an incredible story of healing using the LifeWave X39 patch. And as Judy and I were discussing off stage, it's one thing to talk about what the patch can do. It's quite another thing to hear from someone who's had an incredible interaction with the product. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my co-host and my friend, Judy Friesen, onto the stage. Welcome, Judy. On March 30th. How are you doing down there in Palm Springs? Or March 28th, sorry.
That's right. Hey there, Karl. It's great to be with you, and I'm feeling so good. I've got energy. My cold is completely gone. I actually followed my own advice and did some special patching, and I am good to go.
And you know what? Just to sort of create a little bit of a segue from what we've been covering, our last show dealt with all-natural patching using the LifeWave products, and there were some PDFs that you made available, which we are going to post as well. But you also want to share some additional information about X39. Tell our listeners what it is that you were reminded of or discovered about X39.
Well, you know what? Today, Karl, as I was in the pool having a great time outside in the sun, you can see I got a little bit of sun today, and there was a group of about 5 ladies all in a circle, all just standing in the pool, keeping cool. And they all started talking about their aches and pains. And I just listened patiently. And finally, I just said, you know, I had some really bad aches and pains one time too, and now they're gone. And they went, what do you mean? And I told them about my osteoarthritis in both thumb joints, that I was not able to dress myself anymore, or turn the key in the car, or open up a water bottle. And they went, yeah, so what? So what, you got rid of it? How did you do that? What drugs did you go on? What prescription? And I said, oh no. I said, I didn't go on any drugs at all. And they said, well, how in the world can that happen? So it was just a really wonderful conversation with these ladies who said, you know what, we're so sick of the side effects. We're looking for something natural. And I said, you know what, LifeWave has a very special patch that is all natural. It doesn't put anything into your body. And it brings you to what I call optimal health and wellness. And they went, what do you mean
optimal? I like the sound of that. That has a nice ring to it. Optimal, yeah. As in the best that you could be.
That's right. Like the best you can be. And when I said to them that you can have wellness, your body has the ability to heal itself. And they went, what? That's amazing. So I just said, you know what, there's a new approach out there. You don't have to be beholden to prescriptions and all the rest. You can actually improve the way that your body functions and how it fosters the flow of energy. Because when you have good flow of energy in your body, you're going to have improvements like strength, stamina, and less pain.
Excellent. And you know, before we go too far into this conversation, we always like to say at the outset that we're not doctors. We're not trained physicians. We're not your doctor, whoever is listening. We always recommend that whatever you do it in consultation and coordination with your doctor. But what we are here to share about is what we've learned about this incredible company called LifeWave and this incredible product that uses photobiomodulation or photolight therapy. Can you just take 2 minutes and explain that to our listeners? What are we saying when we say those 2 big words?
Okay, so let's break it down. Phototherapy is an easy way to understand how this product works, how LifeWave works. It's photo means light, and therapy, of course, is helping to bring some kind of healing to you. But if you wanted the more technical term, it's called photobiomodulation. And it really is just a fancy way of saying phototherapy, that when the sun hits your skin, it makes vitamin D. Your body makes vitamin D as a result. When the sun hits your skin, it also encourages melanin, which is that suntan that we talk about.
So we're
It's the
talking
same
about
thing
light. We're talking about light frequencies here. So
light.
somebody might wonder, well, how does this work when I put a patch on and I got my clothes on and there's a cloudy day and there's no sun, or I wear a patch at night? Explain that if you could, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you put the patch on, you don't need the actual sun outside to activate the patch. It's your own body heat called infrared. It acts kind of like a sun in a way. It reflects, your body heat reflects into the patch, and then the patch reflects a low level of light back into the body. But it's proprietary nanoparticles in this patch that actually create the right kind of light wave that goes into your body, stimulates it very gently. It stimulates the skin, and it actually activates all kinds of wonderful healing properties in your body. And you can be in the pitch of night, and your patch, if it's on your body or near your body, it's still working. It's just like, who needs to go to a therapist or to a tanning bed or to a place with red light therapy or to a physiotherapist where you have to pay big dollars for 15 minutes of their help, when you can actually wear your therapist on your body by wearing the patch instead?
It sounds phenomenal. In some ways, you know, the science is very complicated, but the application is simple. It's just as easy as peel and stick this patch on your body. Can you wear it anywhere, or do you wear it in certain places?
You can wear it anywhere as long as it's on your body. Your body heat is emanating out of every surface part of your body, whether you put it on the bottom of your feet or on your front of your forehead or on the back of your neck. It doesn't matter. It's actually going to work. However, there are specific places to place it where you might get a little more optimal health from having the patch right on a specific spot. But really, Karl, you can't go wrong. You can't make a mistake. You can slap that patch on anywhere, and not only is it waterproof, but it's going to work as soon as it's on the body, whether you put it on your clothing, on your undergarments, or right on your skin.
So it seems that light is the conduit through which the process activates, but heat is a part of it too, and it's our body heat that activates this patch. Is that correct?
Oh, so you're getting down into a little bit more science, but let me explain it really simply, is that your body heat, called infrared, is actually, people don't know this, but it is actually a form of a light wave. It's actually a form of light. So we can interchange the word infrared body heat with infrared light. And so the heat or the light wave literally goes into the patch that's being placed on the body. It gets reflected through the lattice work that's in the patch, and it comes out back into the body in a very specific form of low-level light. And light, by the way, is energy. So now let's talk about this. Let's do a summary. Heat equals light equals energy. They all are in the same sphere of how we can help our health. Light and heat and energy flow.
So the banner across, across the bottom is a way that you can get in touch with Judy Friesen, or you can reach out to myself here. We monitor the chat. If you have questions, we'll try to handle it. But we want to get into our guest today, and our guest is someone who had a really phenomenal healing that is verified by the pictures, by the x-rays, by the doctor who tended to him. And his name is Benjamin Blatz, or as his friends affectionately call him, BeeJay. And we're going to bring him onto the stage. Welcome, BeeJay. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks.
So first of all, I can tell you're in a truck, like myself. You're a truck driver.
Right.
How are you feeling today? This incident that happened was quite a while ago. So today, how are you feeling after using the patches and so forth?
Yeah, I feel great. I have no more issues with since the accident. I have more energy as a rule, and you keep seeing more benefits.
Okay,
It's really good.
so we're going to go back in time here, and this might cause you to wince a little bit when you see these pictures. And for those of you out there, this was quite an incident. And BeeJay, take us through it. I'm just going to put the picture up here. Oh, pardon me. I had it there. There we go. So
Yeah.
excuse us, Judy, as we block you out, but you can hear us still. These are dated in a very short way. Tell us what happened here. June 17th is the first picture you took, but tell us what
Yeah.
happened that brought about this massive bruising on your body.
Yeah. So actually, it happened June 13th. I was I had some time off, and I was working on my roof at home, replacing some rotten sheeting. And as I had it off, I was walking along the rafters, which I was trying to do very carefully, but I'm not sure how it happened. But somehow my foot slipped away, and I fell through the rafters. Yeah, I I was hanging there for a while, and I figured, oh shoot, now I just have to go all the way through. And I fell down again and onto some furniture, and I broke 6 ribs and punctured a lung. And I've never been in so much pain in my life. So yeah, every time I would take a breath and exhale, I would have to yell. There's no other reaction that I had. So it was quite dramatic. Are we still on? Hello, am I still on, or I don't see anybody anymore here?
I'll put myself. Okay, there's the pictures. Tell us, what did you do between those dates, please?
Sorry, yeah. Between those dates, yeah, what I did was I got released from the hospital, and ironically enough, those patches that I ordered came through the same day that I got released from the hospital. So I told my wife, bring them to the hospital. They're not doing anything for me, so let's just put them on and see what it does. So I started putting them on June 17th, and as you can see, I was severely bruised and in pain. And after 3 weeks, that almost cleared up, and I put the patches, just put it on where the sore spot was, and hoped for the
What,
best.
so
In
what
three,
so what happened here is you actually broke 6 ribs and punctured a lung. That was verified at the hospital by X-rays and by the doctor that attended to you, correctly?
that's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
6 days later, that's a phenomenal improvement. What was your pain like? I mean, like you described it in the beginning, it's almost unbearable. And six
yeah,
days later, the bruising, I would say, what would you think? 50% of it is gone?
yeah. That was like it just in a week, 50% was pretty much gone. Like I was surprised to see that. But at the
Okay.
same time, the pain was also dissipating. So I mean, at
Right.
first I couldn't laugh or anything, and I was just in pain.
Okay. So I'm going to
So
just take this picture down.
Okay, I think we're having just a few technical problems, BeeJay. We
yeah,
apologize.
no
But
problem.
we really appreciate you sharing your testimony. So it looks like you really received an unbelievable healing within only a few weeks. It looks like from June the
Yes.
17th to June the 30th, that was only like 2.5 weeks, right?
Yeah. So it was like,
And tell me what patches did you put on to get this amazing result?
well, I only ordered the X39 for the first 3 months, so that's all I had. That's what I used.
Right. And where did you place it?
Well, I placed one on my neck and one wherever I felt the most sore. So I kind of used two
Oh,
for a while.
okay. Great.
And
So you
yeah,
actually placed it like right on that black and blue area, or just above
uh,
it or beside it?
well, that's not where the most pain was all the time. So I went with
Oh,
where the most pain was. Yeah.
okay. So when you place the X39 on the point of pain, did you feel any different?
Uh, Not instantly, but it gradually started getting better. But I also I have to contribute that I believe in prayer, and we had a lot of prayer as well. And
Oh,
as Karl and you guys have stated before,
yeah.
believing is definitely essential.
Yes, absolutely. God is a healer, and we are celebrating Easter coming up, and so we know that He is a living Christ, and He is risen from the
Amen.
dead. So we are celebrating Easter in that way, but we are just so grateful that you've come on to share
Yeah,
that you received such incredible improvements over a very short period of time that the doctors did not expect. So
I would
that is
also
great.
I would also like to add one other small story that I have. I just recently got someone else in my team, and they have a doctor friend. And this is funny. They have a doctor friend, and they explained the story to him, and they showed him the pictures, I believe. And he said, yeah." He probably didn't have broken ribs because he couldn't have healed that quickly if they were actually broken. And meanwhile, they rushed me to the hospital. Yes, they were broken, and they were
Yeah.
not just 6 ribs that were broken. They were on 6 ribs, but more than 6 fractures. So
Oh,
yeah,
unreal.
and
So,
I give God the glory, and I just thank God for David Schmidt that he gives God the credit too, because he got ideas that he claims he got from the Lord, and
Yeah.
God is opening doors for more innovative ways and healthy ways to do things.
there's
Right.
um there's another story in your family, and we're going to reserve that one, which involves your beautiful
Yeah,
wife, and that's an amazing healing story as well. But the point here, for those of you listening, is that we talk about a product, we talk about the science, we talk about how it works. But here is a gentleman, a live individual who suffered an unbelievable harrowing accident. Could have died. I mean, falling through rafters. Who's to say what you land on when you finally hit the dirt? And
well,
you
actually,
had just this incredible healing.
I landed on some furniture, right on the corner of some furniture, right on my back. So that's where I got more broken ribs.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh. So, um, so just to cover off the detail, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me. In broken ribs, there's not a lot that the hospital does for you. There is some
Right.
taping, there are some bandages of some kind, and then of course controlling the pain. Was that your experience as well, BeeJay?
Yeah, well, the only thing they gave me was a Tylenol 3 for 1 week. And they gave me a needle at the hospital to deal with the pain. But after that, just one week of Tylenol 3. Yeah,
Amazing.
no bandaging, no nothing. And but I also told my wife and I told others, I says, there's no way I'm going to be off work very long. I also had the determination in my mind that I'm not
That
here to
belief
stay.
factor, that
It was
belief
a
that,
belief factor.
yeah,
That's it. That's very key. You know, I mean, people that go to the hospital, they take the pills that the doctors tell them to take, right? And I'm no doctor, but the thing is, they believe the doctor, don't they? So there's a belief factor there.
yeah, yeah, there is. And there is a segment to this, and I shared it on another call recently. Suzanne Summers, who passed away just a little while ago, Well, in fact, while we were all at our world convention, was an outspoken. She was a supporter of LifeWave and the science that David Schmidt, the CEO and the inventor of all this wonderful technology. And when she was interviewed by a leading pain specialist, Dr. Paul Christoph in the United States, at the end of that two-part interview, she and I'll have to mute
Sorry
yourself
about
there,
that.
BeeJay.
I forgot to. Oh shoot.
Either that, or I'm going to be convinced you have a small baby elephant in your truck. But anyway, let me just finish this quick story. I'll make it quick. He asked her, Suzanne, in one final statement, what is it that is so important about utilizing this kind of technology? And she summed it up with one word, and you said it already, belief. There is a belief factor that we all need. And again, as you guys have touched on it, I'm going to add in my little bit that we believe God, the creator, made our bodies, knows our bodies, and that all healing and everything emanates from him. And belief by itself might not do it. Some education is required. What is this that you're asking me to try? Believing that you can and will be healed, and then the faith to see it through. And the faith that we talk about, I think this fits the mold anywhere, is the conviction of things believed but not yet seen. We believe that these things will happen. And you know, it's the Holy Week, and I gotta share this quick story. There was a man that approached Jesus when he was around, and he begged him to heal his son. And then they said that the disciples had already prayed, but it didn't work. And Jesus said, "There's something more that has to happen here. You have to believe. You have to have faith." Here's what the guy said: "I believe. Help my unbelief." And you know, there is that belief, there is that faith and that belief. It has to come together. I don't think anybody truly gets healed unless they really believe and want to be healed. And there's a statement in that, in all that we're doing. You said believe in the doctors and believe in the pills. Yes, absolutely. Doctors have a vital role to play in all of this. But putting your faith and your trust in a synthetic, which we know all have side effects, that one you want to park on a little longer and ask some questions. Judy, speak to that for a moment as a culture of pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, we don't want to say that there's no place. Sometimes, like BeeJay, he needed that shot. He needed a little bit of help with the Tylenol at the beginning. But so pharmaceuticals can have a place when it's, you know, life or death. But most of the time, pharmaceuticals are just taking a Band-Aid approach. It's getting rid of the symptom, but it's not dealing with the underlying cause. And so instead of dealing with the real root of the problem, we humans want instant, you know, results. We want instant Jell-O, instant pudding. We want instant. We want to go and turn our car on and have instant combustion right away. We want things to be quick and instant. We get upset if we touch the remote control and the TV doesn't turn on. Like, what? We have to call the technician and come over here quick. We are a culture that have got used to wanting things quickly. And so, of course, mankind's going to have ingenuity, and he's going to develop some pharmaceuticals, some drugs that are going to give us instant pain relief or instant control of our diabetes or of our cholesterol. But truly, if we treated our bodies properly, they have the ability to heal themselves. So we don't have to depend upon prescriptions for the most part. Did you know, Karl and BeeJay, that people who are 70 years of age and over are already on 3 to 5 pharmaceutical drugs, prescription medication, and they'll be on that for the rest of their life. And many of them, as they hit 80, they go on 5 or more. And it's not addressing the root of the problem. So we've got a solution here. We've got an innovative company called LifeWave that has developed some all-natural patches that can really help the physical body. We've got blood, we've got urinalysis, and we've got scans to prove that this is not a placebo effect. This is the real thing.
Yeah. We haven't even talked about the more than 80 clinical studies that back up the science that David Schmidt has committed his life to. And let's not forget that LifeWave now is in its 20th year. Folks, I maintain that anything that is a bit of a Ponzi, a scam, or a snakeskin oil, or whatever you want to call it, does not last more than 5 years, let alone 20 years. And we are onto something here. And I really echo your truth there, Judy, and BeeJay, you can speak to this as well, about giving time for natural healing to do itself and minimizing and mitigating the damage to our bodies, which always is associated with something that we take in our bodies. BeeJay?
Yeah. What was the question? Sorry.
Well, the question was in terms of how do you look at natural health products now after such a incredible healing that you had now? I mean, do you still go to the pill, or do you give it time and try to release the energy that's blocked? Because we know that blocked energy is pain.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting because all of a sudden now I'm going into this health direction, but I used to just be the fly by the wheel kind of guy, and whatever comes goes. I've never really had that much issues where I needed pills before, and but now all of a sudden with this product, seeing how it works, I'm just kind of gravitating towards the healthy routines, which I normally didn't think twice about. I just kind of do whatever.
Go ahead, Judy. I think go ahead.
Karl, I know probably what our audience is thinking. What BeeJay just said there was so important, that when you start doing some natural things, it gravitates to other natural things, and one begets the other. So as BeeJay's not been a guy that's been using a lot of pharmaceuticals, but with using these patches, it actually stimulates your body to want to then eat healthy and to drink healthy water and to do healthy things and to pray and meditate and exercise. So it's one big beautiful circle of optimal health. And that's how we started this program, is talking about what is optimal health. And this activity of placing an easy, simple patch on the body actually does cause a person to want to think of other things that are also healthy for them.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You know, I think people are looking for answers after what we've been through in the last 3 years, after what the world seemed to want to insist that all of us, there was this one solution to this pandemic, one way out. And I always think that when you do that, you end up with a traffic jam. And we had a huge traffic jam at the corner of morality and integrity, where we couldn't hold certain things. We were simply asked to blindly trust. By no means, and I want each of you to speak to this, are we asking people to blindly trust. LifeWave doesn't ask you to blindly trust. In fact, they offer up a guarantee. Speak to that for a moment, BeeJay, if you'd like, about your experience with the company.
Yeah, I was just thinking, when everything is going well, it's so easy to take your health for granted, right? But once everything starts hitting the fan, all of a sudden that people that are healthy. What did Jesus say? He didn't come for the healthy, but the sick. And
Yes.
That was spiritually speaking, religiously speaking, and also you can take that physically. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Judy, your experience with the company, as far as it talk about the integrity and the morality and the overall decency of this company called LifeWave.
Yeah, I've been so blown away with not only just their guarantee, and not only all of the hundreds of thousands and millions, literally, of dollars they've spent on doing double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical studies, so that we have absolute confidence that it's not about hype, it's not about sales, it's about helping people to get real good health
Right.
improvements without drugs. So I've seen nothing but integrity in this company. And then to hear the company owner and inventor and scientist, David Schmidt, tell about his heart, how he started off really wanting just to help mankind. And he's continuing to pray and to ask for guidance. And he keeps getting all kinds of new patents and new ideas and new products to help all of us to live a better life. You know what? We're on this earth to help people, to be God's emissaries. And David Schmidt's giving us an opportunity to make an impact in someone's life by offering them a way to have better health, optimal health. I cannot tell you how impressed I am with how the company runs and how the company takes care of their people and the innovation that continues to flow out of the owner and inventor, David Schmidt. The innovation is something that you'll never see in any other company.
Yeah, just to give you guys a couple of numbers to think about. 20 years in the business, it took approximately 15 years to achieve 15 million in sales. LifeWave is on a fast track of growth because of testimonies like BeeJay and the efficacy of the product. It is effective. It works. We now do $45 million estimated a month and growing in more than 80 countries. And as Judy teased it out a little bit, LifeWave is not sitting, resting on its success. The new products that are coming out, which we are going to prize you of, are nothing short of life changing. And so in our next episode with Judy, we're going to be talking about an incredible healthcare treatment that's outside in and inside out. Think about that. So that'll be coming up in our next episode. I want to thank both of you for being with me here today. I want to wish you both a sincere happy anniversary as we celebrate the most incredible event of our entire existence. The death and resurrection of Jesus Christ is a fact. It happened. We get to celebrate it. So thank you guys for being with me here.
Yep. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Thanks.
All right. So let me just, close out this program, thank you again for watching us. We're trying to keep it to 30 minutes. We are a couple minutes over. Tomorrow on Things That Matter, the real things that matter, my guest is going to be Dawn Bouchard. And we're going to talk about something really incredible. And we're going to talk about the third man on the cross, the man that... from the perspective of the thief on the cross. What does this mean on Good Friday? So thank you all for watching. God bless. Happy Easter wherever you are. And remember, your health, things like LifeWave and all natural health products, those are things that matter. Good night.